All right, good morning, good evening, good night. It is another episode of Layer 1 Live. I'm coming at you hot with all of the news from around the industry, half of which has to do with our man Elon Musk. It's going to be an Elon-heavy episode. I might axe it, to be honest. Should we talk about Elon in this episode? You let me know, man. You let me know. So, this is the situation. Crypto markets are on fire. Everyone trying to figure out, hey, do we get out? Do we stay in? Catching knives? What are you doing? What are you doing at home? Are you catching some knives? Are you trying to find the rebound? You guys in the chat, let me know what's going on, man. If you're here after the episode, this is Layer 1 Live. Tune in while I'm live. I know you guys got weird schedules going on here, but come on now. It's good to see everybody in the house. Another start of the week in crypto. That's what it is. Never a dull moment, obviously. Yes, I saw Felon. EC's asking if I saw Felon. So that some degens are creating tokens to bet on, I guess, just Elon Musk in general. So F Elon, aka Felon, is making its rounds if you want to get in on that token. Tigbo's saying what I feel all day, every day. This is not my first rodeo. If you've been here, this is not even close to what was happening in 2018. Although, you know, there's a little bit of interesting metrics that are coming out where the guys that have been around are starting to get a little queasy. We got Bitcoin dominance up here. If TradingView will let me get to my Bitcoin dominance. So this is Bitcoin dominance. This is the 1 hour chart. We're gonna zoom out here to about 1 week. We're gonna zoom out to 2017. So obviously the higher on this realm, now you can see 95% of the market was dominated by Bitcoin. December 26, 2016. ICO market kind of comes in here. We bottomed out here around 35% of the market on Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin started to rise again, and then you can see we're almost at that same point, 41% Bitcoin dominance. A lot of people are looking at this chart and saying a lot of shit may be overbought. This is a fear and greed index almost, right? Everybody's in altcoins here. Everyone's in altcoins here. Maybe it's time to control ourselves. So people are looking at Bitcoin dominance. It obviously is falling. Some of that's going to be natural as the industry progresses, but an interesting chart here. Electrifying chart, 2018. Almost reaching those points. I got BTC here. Obviously, we're on the hour chart now, so we're going back to about the start of May. 58K. We bottomed out here today, almost today, right? Over the next couple days, 42K. So a lot of weak hands getting shaken out. This is what's happening, man. Everybody in the market right now is trying to figure it out. Is this a situation where I need to be getting out? Or is this kind of a temporary kind of dip here? Did he start this? Do you believe that Elon Musk started this trend here? I've got some stories to talk about it. So, all right, let's hop into the chat. You guys are awesome showing up early. Easy and Crypto, our vibe, our tribe. Shaggy Downs in the house. X-Plow. My man X-Plow. Sunrise to Sunsets. Matt Radke. Hubber Snacks. Jay Cephas. Loadmasters Rock says boo Elon. Easy and Crypto saying Elon blew it, but I'm happy for the dip. Crypto Landers in the house. Orlando, oh my coins, says nice Photoshop. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. Xbox saying he can shove his carbon tax tweet up his ass. Deck is saying he's buying MATIC. MATIC's been holding up super well. MATIC's been doing really, really well, and I have a bag of MATIC, and I'm wondering if it's time to get out. That's not, you know, my first one of the day. Take a shot. Not investment advice, but it's holding up super well compared to BTC and ETH. Who knows? Who knows what's going on? Let's see. Everybody's still riding. I believe Elon Musk started this dumpster fire. Clearly he started this. Jay Cephas has a good take here. Elon made it worse, but I think the dip was due and expected by many. It's almost like Elon was just tapped a ball that was already in motion. Maxi Crypto coming with some Kanye tweets. No one man should have all of that power. And Nightbot, of course, is in the house. Keep your comments to a low level, guys. No one Nightbot getting after your ass. So, getting a lot of MATIC comments. I will touch on them later. I've got a whole breakdown of the Polygon market. That was kind of what I was going for. My question is, will people stop calling Polygon MATIC? I won't. All right, real quick before we get into the news, I got some LADZ stuff to break down. One of the things I want to touch on, someone was commenting here in LADZ City. Let me see if I can bring it up. So I've got LADZ City. You guys are on the big screen. I've got Cost Effective saying, "Hey lads, like this tweet and help me win." So I'm thinking it's going to be a giveaway tweet. I'm thinking, what's going on here? Let's see what we can do. And not quite sure what's happening here, but he wants a like. So you know what? We're going to give it to him. So I just pinned Cost Effective's tweet there. I have no idea what's going on. So go and help him out. All right, we will get into the LADZ City schedule here in a second. Got a lot going on this week. We're adding up another piece of content. Easy's making its way to Thursdays, obviously, on YouTube. Cagy's killing it. But we got something coming for you on Sunday. I don't even know if I can break it down properly. We almost need Crypto Buffalo here. Uplift walkthrough. Oof. I got some tunes playing in the background. I know I have issues with that sometimes from the YouTube side. They hit me with the copyright, but let me know if it's too loud, if I need to turn it up. Potato swap, that might make sense. Back to Elon. All right, we are going to get into the episode. I got 31 of you in the house here early. So Cost Effective, shout out to you. I do have the schedule for the week that I want to get to. Let me see if I can't find that. We got a full week in LADZ City, but we're doing something new on Sunday. We're having Fun Uncle come in and do his own show. It's going to be in Discord. It's not going to be on YouTube yet. You need to make your way there. But we're doing something on Sunday. That is going to be 24/7, well, 7 days a week, maybe not 24 hours a day. All right, here's the calendar for the week. All right. One quick thing, Layer 1 Live right now. NFT Live is moving to Tuesday. NFT Live is moving to Tuesday. Why do we move that to Tuesday? You say, well, we were having NFT Live on Friday. We noticed that it might be too close together. So we're doing NFT Lives on Tuesdays. Layer 1 podcast is going to be with API 3 on Wednesday at 1 to 2 p.m. Easy Street's going to be on Thursdays as usual, and then we have a LADZ Day on Friday. LADZ Series of Poker is going to be on Saturday. Shout out to Marty McFly for winning last week's LADZ Series of Poker. You got to be a Guardian or above. And then Sunday, we're going to have Fun Uncle come in and try a piece of content. Tunes are very low. Okay, I'll turn it up just a tad. I didn't want them too overpowering. I'm trying to turn that. Let me know how that sounds. I can shake it up a little bit. He might win 0.05 ETH if he's in the first 20 to get only 20 likes on that tweet. Guys, come on now. Hit Cost Effective. Give him some ETH. Hit some ETH. All right. I'm just rolling through memes right now. Rolling through memes. That's almost too loud for me. Turn it up on your guys' end. All right, so we are going to get to the entirety of the episode. But I am going to hit some layer 1 or LAD City news. Jeez. Not layer 1 live news. LAD City news. Roles have been officially updated, guys. So obviously, if you've not been living under a rock for a long time, nobles are going to be our starting formation of a DAO. We want a DAO. I mean, I don't want to go down the rabbit hole here, but the DAO setup is going to allow us to have a truly community-owned network where community members are making the decisions on what we should do with the network, how to improve, how to upgrade, how to get better, how to continue on. So we've been doing some proposals here. Our first 2 proposals were to increase the threshold of LADs for new people and then also have an airdrop for people that have been here for a long time and filled out the Google form. You needed to have done that. Hopefully you did. So as you can see in the city, I'm going to pull it up one more time. Over here on the right, you see our roles, our ranks, if you will. Those have been upgraded. So now Noble is 5,250 LADs. Guardian is going to be 1050 and Recruit is going to be 525. So that was the first proposal ever put out within the LADS network. It passed with flying colors, and it has now been executed. So we'll continue on through season 1, which lasts 3 months. So at the end of June, we'll come back and we'll say, hey, what did we like? What do we need to change? And then we'll maybe adjust those rankings. Maybe we make them higher, maybe we make them lower, but it's got to come from the community. So awesome to see. Those have been executed. And then a lot of you have been asking about Cometh, which we'll get to here in a second. Nick Costa saying, yo, legend, thank you, brother. And EC's reminding me it's tax day. What else is going on with you guys today, man? You guys are filling up the chat here early. Love to see it. This episode is going to be as lit as the house behind me. Matt Rodkey saying, Elon and his cronies are probably buying up while it is low. Listen, Elon lost a lot of respect here in the community. I wouldn't go as far as to call him a crony, but he definitely lost a good amount of respect with the Bitcoin community, who was really like, Elon was the messiah there for a little while. So there's a little bit of that going on. Let me touch on the Cometh piece. So we moved to Polygon, obviously. Again, if you haven't been living under a rock, we have been setting up the pools there on Cometh Swap. So they had another tweet this morning, new weekly rewards for Cometh with our long-term partners. They mentioned Doki Doki, Razor, LAD City is in there, and if you go over to Cometh Swap, you can see the LADS pools, LADS Must, and LADS Wrapped Ether. They actually have a new reward set up there. So if you would like to, do your own research, not investment advice. We're not telling you to put this stuff in this pool, any assets. But you can see those rewards now on top of the Must that was already being earned. You're now earning, or that pool is earning 1,149 LADs per week. So both of those pools have been set. You can kind of see the amount deposited. I was having a little issue on the last one. You do have to, one time, because they changed the contract on these pools, you do have to go back into your other pool that you were in and withdraw and then deposit into this new pool. That is the last time you'll have to do that. So that is what we will do there on Must. It's nice to see Polygon growing. Obviously, they have the NFT play there that we've been talking about as well. Shout out to anybody that has been in that pool up to this point. And please contact me if you're not already a miner via the Uniswap pool. Please contact me and let me know that you have put in liquidity in either of these two pools. I'm going to need some transaction hashes, and we'll need to work that out for the miner rank going forward. So shout out to everyone providing some stability there, some liquidity on the Polygon network. We're only looking to increase that presence. We'll talk about some Binance Smart Chain stuff here that Llama's been getting after. We'll I'm definitely gonna hit it, Llama. I'm definitely gonna hit it, and Binance Smart Chain is definitely in the future as well. All right, throw any questions you have about this Cometh pool, and I'll touch on them. Nick Costa saying he's a massive troll at heart. Absolutely. Hanford is saying he will be lucky if he doesn't get charged for trying to influence the market. Fair. Tigbo saying he dove into the pool this morning. When can we withdraw from Discord straight to layer 2? That is going to be a question that needs to be answered in LADZ City. I don't have that answer here with me. Right now, up to this point, you can withdraw from your tip.cc wallet into an ETH wallet and then transfer. It's a lot of transactions. I get it. So I'm not going to stay too much longer on this, guys. Not sure what's going on here. But get it while it's hot. And then the last piece, guys, from today. I'm going to head over into the NFT district, into Uplift World. And Small Town Cowboy has put together a phenomenal promotional video. This is at home. The guy is absolutely killing it. I really want to hit this. I'm excited. Here we go. Street somewhere in there. Ooh. Wow. Every time, man. Every time. Gotta love some Dollhouse. Noble Grill. No-Tell Motel. Oh wait, the No-Tell Motel actually looks nice. Wait a second. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Oh yeah, hit us with the dab. There it is. Nice. Shout out to SDC there. Absolutely killing it in the Uplift world. We did get confirmation that we still have the 25 plots that are going to be available for us to give away to the community, as well as like maybe do some sales that can go into the DAO treasury. More info on that, but we're still kind of I wouldn't call it at the mercy. They're doing a great job, but that is up to the Uplift team when those plots are available. So I know a lot of people are getting involved there. Excited to see the Uplift world kind of grow out. Every one of those blocks had to be done by hand. So yeah. Altogether, absolutely amazing, as Hanford saying. Really good comments coming through, guys. Home sweet home. We're such at a early stage when it comes to metaverses, man, and what we can do with Web3 inside of them. It doesn't even exist at this point, right? We're still trying. We're still trying different things. Sandbox is getting close. Uplift is trying here as well. Decentraland, Crypto Voxels. But it doesn't exist in the fashion that it will be in a year. Easy and Crypto just supplied some liquidity on Cometh. Not investment advice. All right, guys. That was pretty much what we had here for the start of this episode to talk about LADZ updates here. See if I can get some music going. Oh my goodness. All right, so we got some music going. Let me know if that's too loud or what have you. All-time high is going to be 116. If it's your first time here, please leave a subscribe if you like the content. How can you not love this content, man? Come on. We got Elon as a burning house girl. We've got potatoes with sugar cubes as teeth. Not quite sure. Hopefully it won that 0.05 ETH. This is Layer 1 Live. We're taking you around the industry. Easy says he's got to pop off, but we'll continue. We'll soldier on without Easy here. First up, I've already brought it up multiple times, but it's basically the market. It's, there's a lot of comments here, and I want to have you guys kind of hit this with me, but it's basically the state of the market right now. There is this acute event of Elon Musk tweeting about Bitcoin. You could definitely attribute some of it to what's going on. There's a lot of people that in traditional finance, they're looking at Elon. They don't really understand DOGE and Bitcoin and Ethereum, and somebody like Elon commenting on that stuff is going to have an effect. But a lot of the sentiment is, hey, we've been grinding up for a while now, and it seems to have lost some legs. I've got a good picture here that I want to show you guys if possible. Let's see if I can't find it. This is basically the BTC chart. So the detractors here are the guys that are more bearish are going to say, hey, look at this. This little top right here. The question being, have we lost the legs on this one? Have we lost the legs on this one? There's a top here. I'm not going to draw any lines for you guys today, but fundamentally, have we lost that steam, right? We had DeFi, and then NFTs. Physically and emotionally, people that have been in this for a while are tired. The market has been going. So, regardless if it's an Elon Musk tweet or what, this doesn't look that good. I had some buddies talk with me and say, hey, look, the narrative has been super cycle for the longest time. Super cycle being, this is just going to continue upwards with all the inflation, with all the big institutions getting into BTC. That's just more and more funds that it's going to pump life into this ecosystem, even beyond any kind of fundamental calls, or I guess TA calls. But some of that they were saying might have been a narrative that a lot of people that were trying to push liquidity into the market to then cash out, maybe they created that. It's all hearsay, man. It's a wazi, it's a woozy. It can go up, it can go down. So, want to hear what you guys have to think here. We're going to spend some time on the market today. We're going to look at some various tokens, BTC included, ETH included, where people were looking at support. Where do we find support here? A lot of the TA guys were calling for like 2.5. So, timeline wise, are you calling the tweet? But anyways, title here: Elon Musk tweet sends Bitcoin down 16% to 42K in a weekend slide. So, looking at this BTC chart, we obviously had that grind up. Really, really awesome time for Bitcoiners. He's been getting after it. We topped out here around 64K. And he's been getting after it on Twitter. The guy is going after all of crypto Twitter. A group that was heavily supportive of him, by the way. So it started with, it started a little bit. Let me see if this article itself talks about it. I might be able to pull up the first one, but it was basically a tweet, right, by Elon Musk that said, hey, Tesla is not going to be supporting buying of Teslas with Bitcoin. And it was followed by just a rash of continuous talk, right? On different, some even anonymous, just rando Twitter profiles. He was commenting on things that would like really move the market. So I'm really trying to find this initial quote for you guys. So again, initial quote came from Tesla and came from Elon Musk saying, "Hey, we're not going to support buying of Teslas with Bitcoin. It was centered around energy intensive proof of work systems, much of which, I mean, Ethereum's trying to move to proof of stake, MATIC's proof of stake. There's a lot of Aave, Cardano is proof of stake. So there's movement away from this proof of work system, but there's still a ton of energy being produced." Anyways, you can kind of see some other tweets that moved the market. That is the world we're living in. Mr. Whale, just some random, Twitter personality. Bitcoiners are going to slap themselves when they find out Tesla dumped the rest of their BTC holdings. With the amount of hate Elon Musk is getting, I wouldn't blame him. He quotes back, "Indeed." Here he is calling out Bitcoin's centralization, something that's super, at this point, if you're calling out centralization for BTC, you're really getting into a realm of conversation that crypto Twitter does not like to have. It's kind of a dirty little secret. Comes out every time China gets a flood, right? So Bitcoin is actually highly centralized, super majority controlled by a handful of big mining. A single coal mine I'm not even gonna try to say it. Xinjiang flooded, almost killing miners, and Bitcoin hash rate dropped 35%. He called out Michael Saylor here, saying that he should wear a Sailor Moon costume. He's really, really getting after it. Saylor responded to him talking about, "Hey, we should work together." And then the last of the tweets was to clarify any speculation, Tesla is not sold any Bitcoin. So he followed all of this BS saying, to clarify, Tesla is not sold any BTC. Meanwhile, people are tweeting that BTC down 20%. So it's a complex situation. It really is. Very complex situation. The markets are down from this tweet, but do you really think that we weren't headed that way and Elon just kind of gave us a little heave-ho down a path that we were headed anyways? So in the midst of all this, he's tweeting about Dogecoin, saying he spoke with the devs. He basically said, "Hey, I spoke with devs. There's a lot of things on the horizon that make it better than BTC." Doge 1 to the moon next year. All of these different things. It's exhausting to keep up with Elon here. But at the same time, we all know he's a master troll, and he's been doing it in the financial markets for a little while, and now it turned to crypto. We all thought he was one of us, but it turns out, Elon's really for himself. And some of what he's saying isn't wrong. That's one thing we should put out there. Some of what he's saying isn't wrong, but it's something we don't talk about a lot. All right, let's go into the comments here. Hubbard Snacks is saying, "Number go up, please." I agree. Cryptocurrency saying, "I called for 3,500 on ETH last week and 3,100 this week." Hopefully you actually put in some calls there. We're trying to call bottoms. Nick Costa saying, "I've only been in this space since January. If I wasn't convinced in what was going on with crypto and NFTs, I would be so burnt out." I feel burnt out anyways. I really do. It's been a while, man. We've been at it for a while. The last cycle was much shorter. Yeah. JCF is saying the Indeed replies seemed to imply that Elon or Tesla was selling off all BTC, and that's what seemed to spark the beginning of the serious drop. Look, again, you don't think Elon knew what he was doing there? Yes, Q, but we should have taken another approach for wording his tweets. I agree with that as well. I really think Elon is going to be Elon here, right? I think he did that on purpose, in my opinion. So Doge has been up and down. Shiba's been up and down as well. So a lot of different things going on here to take part in. Overall, it looks like in the last hour, we're trying to bounce a little bit here. Kind of see some green in the markets that have been, red for about a week. Bitcoin's down about 25%. So just be safe out there, man. I know there's a lot of different strategies you can have to be a part of trading in this market, but you just gotta make sure you be safe out there. And I'm not investment advice. Take your shot. But that is one thing. I mean, it's in the moment we think this market is going to continue up, right? In the moment, it feels like, hey, we have a lot of money pumping in here, but we felt that way in 2017, and a lot of us held to the bottom. RIP. All right, that is a story that will probably make itself known here throughout the rest of this episode. Xbox saying billionaire is going to do what billionaire is going to do. And Easy says, I honestly don't mind it at all. I was waiting for a correction. I agree with that. Okay, we are going to continue on with the episode. This is semi-breaking news. I really had this in DeFi, the DeFi section, but wanted to hit this. This is a piece of news that is going to, again, just like what's happening in crypto right now, where people have varying thoughts on what's happening. This is definitely one of these stories that will have detractors and supporters at the same time. DeFi lending platform Aave reveals permission pools for institutions. So this is what happened here. Somebody was using their platform and actually got a message. Let me see if I can't get to it. And actually got a message from the Aave platform saying the tweet. Where are we at? Basically, they got a message saying your address has been blacklisted because of KYC AML, which Aave, one of the biggest DeFi protocols in the world, you're getting a blacklisted because of AML. So it looks like the tweet has since been deleted. Early on Wednesday, a Twitter user posted an angry tweet directed at Aave's official Twitter account, noting that his address had been blacklisted due to AML requirements. And so that's crazy. I mean, that's most of this story comes out of the fact that for whatever reason, Aave didn't come out with it initially and say, hey, we're actually testing these features. So it looks like Stanley came out and said it's a private pool for institutions that are still practicing before aping into DeFi. And that's where the story gets the meat of what's going on. That's where the story is found, right? You have Aave working with financial institutions to get into DeFi. Line in the sand right there. So here's the detractor. Pandering to institutions will kill this movement. Mark my words. And so there's one side, and the other side says, hey, look, we want DeFi to be mainstream. We want money to flow into this. We need to be working with institutions. And Aave seems to be on the side that says, hey, we're not going to be completely maxi here. We're going to be working with institutions. So they're working with a private pools that have permissioned access specifically for institutions. Here's more. He noted that permission test pools is designed to be compliant with AML regulations and that all users would have to undergo KYC verification from relevant partners. Moreover, the pool could be coming to mainnet sooner rather than later. So I don't want to FUD Aave here, but this is a really crazy... I hope you guys understand the relevance here of what's happening. We have one of the biggest DeFi protocols here getting into KYC AML. Sure to divide the community, and we'll be following that. I always, when it comes to crypto adoption, I'm always on the side of saying, hey, there's a lot of things that need to happen for us to gain mass adoption, and that means we're going to have to put some of our maxi interests aside. Is this one of those cases? I'm on the fence. I'm really thinking about this in real time here. Let me know what you guys think. I feel like this is I really wanted to touch on this story early so I could get your guys' opinion. Let me know what you guys think here. I would love to know what side of the fence you're on here as Aave gets into KYC and AML for private institutions. Last thing, quote from the article here. This is a space of innovation and learning for both CeFi and DeFi. As I said, institutions, the DeFi community, and regulators are all excited about the promise DeFi holds in creating fair and efficient financial infrastructure. Whew. I mean, that's the nice way to say it. So, don't want to FUD Aave any longer. Really like Stanny as a person. We had him on the Layer 1 podcast way back in the day. So, it is what it is. If we're going to see DeFi be mainstream, we're likely going to have to face some of these issues and discuss it as a community a little bit. So, all right. That is it. Asmodai is in the house. Regional time of day to you all. Ari is in the house. Thomas Erickson. Elon is a hypocrite. He is launching rockets into space and participating in dirty lithium mining. He cares about money, not the environment. Switch out corrupt banking, getting fined billions a year for crypto, which uses 100x less energy. Dropping the mic. All right, we are moving on in our discussions here. Let me know if you guys have any thoughts here. I thought that was huge. Aave is getting into KYC AML, and the Aave community maybe isn't that happy. Check my Twitter. Uh-oh. What's happening here? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's my Tom. Zuckerberg would never. To the age demographic of 20 to like 40. Maybe not even 20. God. It'd have to be like 30 to 45 at this point. This is the most recognizable, not with the eyes. Might be the most recognizable person in photo to anybody. You could show this photo to anybody. Tom from MySpace. What is Tom doing these days, man? All right. I'm going down a rabbit hole we don't want to go down. So I've got Vitalik up next in my stories here. So this has been a great marketing scheme by Shiba. So Shiba Inu just created a random, the devs behind Shiba Inu, I don't even know how to talk about it, created a random token. Pretty much copied Doge, essentially. to kind of profit off that craze. The dog craze, if you will. So we had Shiba Inu being created. I can probably pull up that token. And almost half of the entire supply was sent. Guys, Shiba, help me. There it is. Up 21% in the last 24 hours. Do you want to be right? Do you want to make money? Okay. So here's the timeline. Shiba's created. Shiba's marketed. Shiba's talked about. Vitalik sends like $1 billion to the India Relief Fund. Absolutely crashes out. And now it looks like it's kind of pumping back up now that we have this story here. So what is the actual story? We had him burn $6.74 billion. That's, I mean, there you just have economics at play there, right? It was essentially a marketing ploy that worked out very well for Shiba. They knew Vitalik probably wasn't going to sell, although he did send it to the India Relief Fund. Burnt 410 trillion Shiba Inu tokens, worth more than 6.7 billion. 90% of that was 90% of what was in Buterin's wallet. The following 50 trillion will be a donation to. It looks like there's just going to be another donation, right, to a crypto relief, but with long-term orientation. So Shiba just got basically free marketing for nothing. They, you send tokens to a famous person's wallet address, but they happen to send a lot of tokens to this guy. So not having to deal with the security aspect, not having to deal with, people wondering what the hell he's going to do with the tokens. He basically just said, hey, I'm going to burn this. And please don't send me any more of these dog tokens. So in real time, we have Shiba Informer. And lastly, here we go. This is the comment from Vitalik. I don't want to be a locus of power of that kind. Better to just print the coins into the hands of a worthy charity directly, though do talk to them first. So Vitalik says, no more with the dog coins. Please do not send me this. I do not want to be involved. But he seemed to have handled this pretty well. So, all right, we touched on Bitcoin dominance early, but here's the article. Bitcoin market dominance falls to lowest level since mid-2018. Bitcoin's market dominance fell to 40% this week. Its peak dominance this bull run was 69.7%. Ethereum has about almost 20% of the market. So if we go back into Bitcoin dominance again, back in 2017, as we can see here, as ICOs were starting to take up a little bit more of the market, you started to see Bitcoin's dominance fall. And then almost in a signal of the bear market starting, you saw a slow grind. I wouldn't call it slow, but a relatively good grind up. And then we've seen the alt market kind of come back. Basically, alt season into Bitcoin season, alt season, and there you go. There's your cycle. So a lot of people speculating on Bitcoin dominance right now. I'm going to try to get some tweet. There's the Elon tweet. I knew I've had the Elon tweet somewhere, guys. So Bitcoin's losses, altcoins gain. ETH holds up to 430 billion, 19.3% of the market. BNB is followed by Cardano and DOGE. So, a lot to keep. I mean, that's definitely one metric you want to keep in mind. One metric you want to keep in mind when looking at these markets is Bitcoin dominance. Let me know if you have any other metrics you're looking at. I talked with Lander earlier, who he was really specifically focused on the overall crypto market cap. So falling below, say, 2 trillion in total market cap was a negative indicator to him. So let me know what indicators you guys use. I think that's a really cool discussion. Here's my weekly Cardano FUD. I'm doing my part to keep Cardano down here, although you guys keep buying it for some reason. So some random Twitterites tweeted at Mark Cuban after he talked about Doge saying, you should buy Cardano. And Cuban came back, rightfully so, and said, what the hell is Cardano used for? Are you able to do anything with it? And Hoskinson came back, great to see. You can issue NFTs on Cardano. I'm over this. Can't do it. Can't do it. You got random Twitterites again talking about maybe he should accept Cardano at Mavericks games because that's gonna take off. Yeah, that all the Cardano holders are trying to buy Mavericks tickets. This pisses me off. Anyways, Cuban was a good sport about it. He said, if you can get BitPay to take it, I'm happy to sell for ADA. And then you have the founder of Cardano tweeting out an entire video, a 12-minute video pitching Cardano and calling it Mark Cuban Cardano. Like, I'm going to have a heart attack. I get that they have NFTs. I also get that they have NFTs because NFTs actually blew up. Had nothing to do with general innovation whatsoever. So, as you can tell, not a big fan of Cardano. I think it's one of the biggest slanders in all of crypto that it's still a top 10 project. Top 5. I'm sorry, top 5. So doing my part here, guys, to keep Cardano, not investment advice. Go and do whatever the hell you want to do. And Red Hand is saying, anyone else think Cardano sounds like Kardashian? Just saying. And if I can't hate Cardano more, thank you for doing that. And X-Plow's coming through with the quote, yes, I agree. Do you want to be right or do you want to make money? Touche. You are right, sir. All right. In probably a response, fossil fuel Bitcoin miners, Greenidge commits to offset emissions. So this is likely a PR, but also a actual story, right? An actual action execution that they're taking place. It looks like upstate New York Bitcoin mining operation Greenidge Generation said it will be going carbon neutral by the start of June. There's an Elon tweet again. Can't get out of the Elon tweet, guys. Looks like they use CO2 allowances, something I'm not familiar with, so I'm not going to get into it. But reducing emissions elsewhere won't minimize the emissions that Greenidge plant spews out 24/7, but it will even things out. So we'll likely see some Bitcoin mining operations start to turn green. That is apparently the narrative. Elon tweets and we react. All right, I got some BNB FUD from last week. All right, Asmodai saying Hubber Snacks, that means we directly affect your video future. Oh my coins, they have NFTs, but no smart contract yet or any marketplace. And if the Kardashians ever have a token, I will literally liquidate everything I own. Because that will be the top. It has to be. All right, I've got, yeah, Xplow makes a great point too. Carbon neutral is code for politics getting into crypto. Goodbye, DeFi. Binance under investigation by Department of Justice and Internal Revenue Service. By the way, tax day. It looks like Binance is coming under fire here a little bit for KYC. I think it probably stems back, right, to 2017, 2018 timeframe. U.S. users were generally just allowed to do whatever. They had free reign of Binance. So, exact subject of the investigation has not been confirmed, but officials who typically handle money laundering and tax offenses are reportedly involved. A little bit of tweet here from CZ. The news title is bad. Article itself isn't so bad, actually. It described how Binance collaborated with law enforcement to fight bad players, but somehow made it look like a bad thing. Anyways, back to work. So, much ado about nothing from CZ, it says. I'm trying to find them. Nothing on Gecko, guys. Trying to find some. I doubt you're going to find it. Sorry, fellas. Nothing today when it comes to trading view and felon. Okay, that is the news again for quick news. We flew through it, kind of. Thank you guys so much for all the comments. Keep them coming as we get into NFTs and DeFi here. Still got a whole episode to go. It's going to be a good time. All right, some NBA TopShot FUD. This is more of a article grabber, if anything. I don't think the story has much of anything when it comes to legs. Basically, we have commenters here in the chat who, for the last months, have been complaining about not being able to withdraw funds from Dapper. Well, there are others out there that aren't part of the LADZ community that had the same exact experience and decided they were going to sue Dapper Labs. The would-be class action lawsuit claims Dapper Labs harmed NFT buyers by failing to let them cash out in a timely manner. A veteran crypto lawyer described the case as goofy, which is probably the biggest diss a lawyer could ever say about any type of suit. We have the name of the woman here. According to Friel, the NFTs in question are actually securities, and their creator, Dapper Labs, harmed her and other buyers by failing to register them with the Securities Exchange Commission. I want to get something out of the way really quick, and I want you guys to school me if necessary. The funds were locked up. That was USD. Because there's a claim in this article. I don't know if the article's getting it wrong or if the woman in herself got it wrong. But the claim was we couldn't cash out of our NFTs, which would be pretty strong if you couldn't sell the NFT. But you could always sell the NFT. You just couldn't cash out your USD. I think there would be something to be said if you couldn't sell the NFT itself. And I don't think that means it's a security and they're committing fraud. I just think that sucks. Easy and Crypto saying, are they securities? No. Not investment advice. Do your own research. That was the most vivid response I've ever had to a question. I didn't say do your own research beforehand. So not investment advice. I don't think they are a security. So lawsuit filed yesterday, and this was on May 14th. So on Thursday, declare that Dapper Labs and CEO Roham Garag's, I'm not doing it, violated securities laws to pay her and others who bought the NFTs an unspecified amount of damages. Oh, I see what she's talking about here. I see what she's talking. So basically what's happening here is saying, okay, you're not allowing me to cash out the USD. Even though you're allowing me to sell the NFTs, they are not allowing me to take out my money, therefore putting money back into the casino. I get that. Still doesn't make it a security. So we have some comments from a crypto lawyer here. I'm not going to completely eviscerate this thing, but the fact that an asset can appreciate in value or that a buyer calls it an investment doesn't make it an investment contract. This is just idiotic. I buy nice shoes because they are an investment in my feet, and a good pair of Aldens, well cared for, will last for 10 years, but my wingtips are not an investment contract. He talks about the ability to sell NFTs. And Dapper says, we don't comment on this shit. Stop bothering us. All right, so we got some comments here. Tigbo saying FUD. Xbox saying Sunrise just got her first sale withdrawn to her account. Donamo saying Karen. Moments, and Hubbersnack says moments don't give an ownership of Dapper. That's the really big thing here. And the piece that I don't think Pally was talking about. Actually, yes, he did. Before these comments. No, you know who it was? Andrew Steinwald. Andrew Steinwald came out with a comment. Great NFT enthusiast, influencer. What else? What other names can you give him? Investor. Everything is not a security. And that's really been the harp on the IRS and the SEC and all these different things, all these different regulatory bodies. Why do we have to feel like we're walking on eggshells with everything we do in today's society? Because it might be a security. I mean, are NFTs a security? The same conversation we have now. Everything in life is not a security. I'm going to find the tweet. And that's really what this lawsuit is kind of getting at. It's kind of moving in the direction of saying, well, let's consider, now we have to almost have a debate on whether everything is a security. So, going to try to find this tweet from Steinwald here. So, here it is. Dapper Labs sued on allegation. Yeah. This is completely absurd and a bullshit claim. Our Pokemon card securities is every piece of art a security. Not everything in the world is a security. So, he said it better than I could there. Love Andrew Steinwald and the work he does with Fermion. But that's really the heart of this, man, is just... It sets a bad precedent to think that everything in life that we trade back and forth has to be a security, has to be regulated. It's not the road we want to go down. So, in all intents and purposes, this story is FUD. So, great comments there. I think Nick Costa's talking, this will be the last piece. He says they might argue that the marketplace was down and they couldn't list their moments while the market was hot. That is an argument on consumer protection. I can see that having a little bit more legs at saying, well, shit, this is a security. Because they go up in value and they're traded between two people. Like, fuck, man. So I'll have to file with the SEC if I want to sell you this cup, basically. If I think this cup, if I bought this cup for 10 and I sold it to you for 20, that's a security. It's a good cup, by the way. Okay, my girl Emily Ratajkowski. We touched on her piece that was going up on sale at Christie's as an NFT, $175K. Really just wanted to give that a quick shout out there. Shout out to Emily Ratajkowski. Oof. Keep doing it, man. Badass chick right there. All right, I've got the next piece. Ex-Fortnite Call of Duty developers raised $21 million for NFT game. Big time. So I think they're developing a studio here. So startup game developer Big Time Studios has announced an Ethereum-based PC role-playing game called Big Time. Looks like there's some notable devs here from Fortnite, Call of Duty, and other hit games. So there's not much info. This is relatively new. Big Time will launch into early access in early 2022. This is interesting lore piece. The fantasy role player game begins at a school at the end of time, run by Albert Einstein. I'm not sure how you could be at the end of time. Players will quest together through time and historical battles as they seek adventure and rare NFT items. The item will be purely cosmetic in nature rather than impacting or benefiting gameplay in any potential pay-to-win manner. So it looks like there will be basically virtual assets that you can buy and sell that will be cosmetic. Looks like a guy from Decentraland is also involved. That's good. Good to see. So let's see if we can't get his name here. CEO Ari Milik helped spearhead NFT-driven game as a co-founder of Decentraland. So we have a Decentraland or former Decentraland employee here, exec, kind of heading this up. This is pretty cool. The more I read, the more I like. I want to touch on a Cagyjan here. I want to touch on my boy Cagyjan here. So Cagyjan, my boy Caggy, has a show on Fridays called NFT Arcade. He has a whole channel, by the way, where he does a lot of awesome NFT gaming reviews. He was on his own channel, but also on NFT Arcade this week, talking about Embersword. And I really want to get to one piece here. I'm going to turn the volume off so that I don't have to deal with any copyright issues. So, there he is. Our boy Cagyjan. Do it. He only did the one. All right, he's talking about Embersword here, okay? And he's basically breaking down the website and what the actual ownership of assets will be. So, he's actually going to have Embersword on his channel. As you can see right there, Cagyjan is the actual channel. He's going to have Embersword on his channel to discuss after pretty much eviscerating them on Twitter, by the way. Love to see the emotion and the energy, man. Like, that is a Cagyjan special. And he basically went after Embersword because a majority of the assets on platform are not going to be NFTs. It's going to be the land and cosmetic items. The other items that are going to be actually used for the game are going to be just regular items, right? Just not controllable by the user. They're going to be centralized control there with Embersword. And then also the gold, the in-game currency, is not going to be allowed to be transferred out. So you have a little bit of a closed loop economy that's kind of against the ethos of what we all believe, right? In NFT gaming. But to go along with this, so he's kind of breaking it down there. If you want to check this episode out, it's awesome. He's just, yeah, you can tell he's getting pissed there. But he has Embersword coming on the channel here. He's going to talk to them. I'm definitely interested in that bout. How nicely they'll play together. And there is a little bit of a debate here, right? How can you create a game and not have it benefit the whales if it's fully decentralized? That is the balance that you have to play creating these games. Because again, Hubbersnacks is commenting the right thing here. They don't want it to be pay to win. If it's pay to win and it's fully decentralized, I could come in with $1 million, buy the best stuff, and beat everybody else. So I think it's a fantastic debate. And it's a good case study, and we're going to be looking at that stuff as it comes out. And here's the other point. I was watching NFT Arcade. We do it every Friday. Caggy comes on to LADZ City, does NFT Arcade with our man Crypto Buffalo behind the scenes. And Buffalo was like, hey man, where are we at? Where are we at in NFT gaming? And that is the other point here that I wanted to touch on. And he commented, very astutely and said, we covered the entire industry in like 30 minutes. Count on my hand how many games are out right now within NFT gaming. So that's the piece, right? We're still figuring this out. This isn't set in stone. It's not a mature industry. So when we have games come out like this and try to figure out who they are and choose a different, route, that's gonna happen in this type of industry. So we're still following the Embersword sale. They're gonna have a land sale there that is an NFT. They're gonna have cosmetic items that are NFTs, but essentially the in-game currency of these items that these items produce, for example, having land in it, giving you a percentage of kind of the economy around your land, this is not going to be in any type of currency that you could take out. But to Hubbersnack's point, they don't want it to be pay to win. So it's that balance. And Crypto Sam is kind of following through. You need a bit of play to win and economy for success in crypto games. That's the debate, essentially, guys, is how much do you want it to be play to earn? How much do you want it to be pay to win? Because if you open it up to decentralization, that is the jungle. That is the Wild West. So he was look at him. He's getting after it here in this per usual. Love to see it. Can't wait for that episode. I'm gonna be watching. We'll be following Embersword as well. We'll hopefully have them on the channel before their land sale. All right, the last pieces here in NFTs. We've got the rise of CryptoPunk clones. I want to get some of your guys' takes here. So we have the original CryptoPunks. Those are super successful. Now we have a bunch of different CryptoPunks and clones that are coming out based on the original punk that maybe you own sometimes. So, for example, you could get a CryptoPunk that looks exactly like your CryptoPunk, but probably at like 100x less the price. So we see a bunch of different ones here. We saw Picasso punks back in the day. We have alt punks. Question being, again, you're going to have a strong narrative here. So do you want to be right? Do you want to make money? There is a strong narrative with these CryptoPunk community holders. They have their finger on the pulse. If they push something, do you want to be right or do you want to make money? If you don't believe in the alt punks or these different kind of offshoot punks, there is a fair amount of people that are involved that have a say in whether it's successful that you might want to be paying attention to. Shaggy Down says, and this is back into Embersword, it will be interesting to see if they actually end up selling out the first 12,000 parcels. Xbox says they can do what they want, just don't let them classify themselves as play to earn. And Nick Costa is saying, but the play to win mechanics should be peer-to-peer and not pay the devs, right? There should be an element of, in my opinion, there should be an element that goes back into some community treasury, some DAO treasury when it comes to pay to win. Axie is showing us the way, right? There, a percentage of the fees are going back to Axie holders. So the devs, if they're creating a product and you want them to continue making that product, maybe it gets to the point where a DAO is deciding, hey, we want to pay them a certain amount. But at least initially, before the DAO is set up, maybe a percentage of the fees go to the devs. But it shouldn't go entirely to the centralized, authority there, like you'd see on a Riot blockchain, for example. None of that goes back to any any League of Legends player. It just goes to Riot. I think Expo hit it there. They can do what they want, just don't let them classify themselves as play to earn. That's fair. It's probably fair. I do have a question about the Aave token, though. I know that they're not in the U.S., but if anybody can school me here and kind of give me some info, the Aave token giving fees from the platform, like very like well written and stated fees by holding the Aave token, I think there are some regulatory things there. Because when if you look at the definition of a security, there are, guarantees of payments, or at least some type of payment system that is set up from holding said asset. So I would love to hear from Aave how, that is going. But I think structurally they're doing a lot of great things and showing us the way forward. So, all right, the CryptoPunks clones, Red Hand is saying they all help the value of the original, in my opinion. Some are super low effort, though, which is annoying. Yeah. Some of them are going to be cash grabs. Some of them are here to stay. At the end of the day, it is awesome to see the communities form up around these. I think Bored Ape Yacht Club did this really well in a visual form. Like, I almost felt when you go into Bored Ape Yacht Club's website that you were part of a community. And I'm sure it feels that way in the Discord as well. But it really made me interested in what they had going on. So even past the idea that it's valuable, I was like, wow, this is a cool club to be a part of, right? So I see the value here. I don't see so much of the value in the clones, other than like a quick flip. So maybe 1 out of 10 of these will turn into something, but for the most part, I think it's quick flip, get up, get out, do your own research. Awesome comments, keep them coming, man. Crypto Sam is saying bit apes. Last piece I'm touching on here with NFTs, Delphi Digital. These guys are awesome. They're throwing money around in the space, and it looks like they're starting a fund here for the NFT ecosystem. Not sure the numbers are actually laid out, but the goal of the fund is to find protocols that are moving the NFT space forward and build the infrastructure that is needed. At least 80% of the fund's capital will be deployed in the first 6 to 9 months to protocols that fit the fund's vision. Looks like G-Money's going to be involved here. Gmoney.eth. Delphi Digital has collaborated with the anonymous investor G-Money to manage the fund. There's the piece. That's awesome. Maybe they put some money. I think they may have already put money in the Axie Infinity round, but we'll see. All right, Easy saying Wi-Fi whoopee or woofy, and I don't know if I want to go down that rabbit hole, man. I do not know if I want to go down Wi-Fi woofy. But we will hit Shiba King. We got Shiba King in the house saying, I'm out, sold my Shiba, Bitcoin, and Doge for about a 5x gain. Time to squeeze AMC stock. He's in and out of the crypto markets, man. Came as fast as he went. Went as fast as he came. All right, in the first ever, guys, we got about 15 minutes left in this episode. Keep it coming. In one of the first ever pieces on our DeFi segment, we are covering a DeFi platform that is, I wouldn't say headed up, who knows behind the scenes, but he's a cook in the kitchen, and he's cooking eggplants. Llama, our own moderator here, is behind this eggplant finance. Before I say anything, I do own some egg pea, and I do want you to do your own research here, not investment advice. So my first experience on Binance Smart Chain, Polygon, I've been involved in. Obviously, we have the Coma swap pools there, but they do have some really cool things coming with this farming aspect. If you don't know much about DeFi protocols, raise your hand. All right, now that your hand is raised, basically DeFi protocols are centered around farms and pools. And anything that's built out afterwards is a part of the community, and that's generally an awesome thing to see, but it has to do around the capital that's being raised in these farms and pools, and then the fees that are taking place. After that, we see some cool NFTs, and I think Llama's directly involved with this. NFTs, games, and there are a lot of things coming here. If you listen, BSC, it's a pretty dangerous. We've seen rug pulls on BSC. Let's just leave it there. So, knowing at least one individual within the ecosystem is nice, but they basically have these 3 farms: EggP for BUSD, BNB, Cake. The capital allocation, the more capital they can get into those pools, the more fees they can accrue, and then they can do things with those fees. They go into a treasury. The community decides. If you've been in the LADZ City network, if you've been on our episodes, you know how powerful that can be. I mean, Wi-Fi is probably the biggest DeFi protocol. One of the biggest. I mean, you have a lot of others, but they're able to pay out 6-figure salaries for some of their devs, for some of the people that are execs on, to push Wi-Fi forward. So same thing applies. I think Easy and Crypto saying in the house, I would like to support a Llama. Same thing as MATIC here. You're trying to get your ETH assets, or I don't know if there's a MATIC to BNB or BSC bridge, but generally your ETH assets can be bridged to Binance Smart Chain. Same thing, you have a MATIC wallet. And basically you just take part here. You're gonna try to seek a yield. The more yield these guys can attract, the more fees they can accrue. Then they can put that towards creating cool NFT games, or cool NFTs and then cool games. So shout out to Llama there. I think that the token's doing super well. That's the last thing we'll get into here before I move on. Token's doing super well. I think it started at $1. So really well. I think CoinGecko, they hit up about $4. So nice to see, man. Shout out to our mod Llama there. Really cool to see. Eggplant.fi. I see an eggplant in the comment. All right, we are going to fly through the rest of these here. Let me make sure I've got... I don't know why that music turned. 156 million stolen in DeFi hacks this year. CipherTrace. So obviously a analytics platform there, a research firm, has stated pretty much that in this year alone, so in that 5 to 6 month time frame, 156 million of the 432 million in total between Jan and April came from DeFi. So the amount of money stolen from these protocols is up this year and shouldn't come as a surprise. Obviously, DeFi is getting bigger and bigger. These are only going to continue. Total value locked in DeFi is 85 bill. And they mentioned 2 hacks. One that hits too close to home. Wiren was one of them at 11, and then Roll 5.7. And they mentioned a couple others. So hacks are going to continue. Protocol is going to continue to be exploited. Hopefully we're not on the wrong end of that one. So all right, some more Binance FUD here. 18 million or 1.8 million was stolen from Binance Smart Chain. This is an electrifying story, if you will, because the owner of this blog here is claiming that the PancakeSwap guys are actually behind this. I'm going to go down to the actual point. Author of this reported, there's some English things in here. So author of this report decided to wait a few weeks so PancakeSwap would have enough time to report the theft and cover players' losses due to it. Unfortunately, none of this happened. So here are the results of the investigation. The admin of PancakeSwap used his opportunity to manually call lottery contracts. So we have a pretty big allegation here against whoever was in control of the keys here for PancakeSwap, one of the largest DeFi protocols here on Binance Smart Chain, and they're coming out and saying, hey, they took advantage of the lottery pool here. The account was suspended, but this article in particular is saying, hey, this was an inside job. So always keep a lookout here in BSC. It is the Wild West a little bit. All right, moving on to Polygon. I will hit a little bit of Cometh here if we can. So again, guys, we have these pools here up on Polygon, LADZ Must and LADZ Wrapped ETH. Do your own research, not investment advice, but we are currently on Polygon, and I just want to continue to cover different things in that ecosystem. So this is in the description, I believe, but I'm going to post it here. If you're interested in that network, then you want to give that a look, because basically this is breaking down everything within Polygon. So they break it down in different categories. You got asset management tools, so just wallets, savings apps you got pulled together there, derivatives if you want to trade derivatives, yield aggregators, which I took a look at Beefy Finance today. Looks pretty interesting from an APY perspective. You've got some DEXs on here as well. Margin trading, DAO platforms, insurance platforms. So really just a look, right, at all the things you can get involved with here within the Polygon ecosystem. Lending, payment solutions, marketplaces. You see OpenSea there. Prediction markets, stable coins, analytics. So if you're interested in both of these plays, because you got BSC as well. Let's click on over to BSC if we can. Will they make us get a little lucky here? BSC. There we go. So same thing for BSC here. Same thing for BSC if you want to come check this out. I really like this tool from DeFi Prime. Really awesome tool. All right, and the last news story here that we've got is the Maker Foundation. So behind the stable coin there, they have the governance token, Maker, but really Maker DAO and the Maker Foundation. Just Maker being the founding team, and the Maker DAO being the decentralized autonomous organization that is eventually going to run this protocol that produces a stable coin. I know that was a mouthful, so if you don't know what I just said, please drop it in chat and I'll explain a little bit further. Anyways, we're continuously covering, DAOs. And one of the most interesting part of a DAO is the actual transition from the centralized founders, the foundation here in this example, and the DAO itself, and that handoff. And it looks like the Maker Foundation is looking, and they call it dissolution here, but it looks like December 31st, 2021, they're looking for a dissolution of the Maker Foundation. The Maker Foundation has worked to ensure the long-term security and sustainability of the protocol. Focus on dissolution December 31st. So they go into, housekeeping. And here's the quote. These and other tasks will not be accomplished overnight, the dissolution portion. Dissolving one organization while attempting to support a decentralized one is exciting new ground, and we've learned a lot thus far. I'm very interested, as you can tell, in how DAOs are set up, but also that transition from the founding team to the community and how that looks and what the missteps are and what the successes are. And Maker is definitely one of the larger DAOs in the entire space. So watching this carefully. Watching this carefully. All right, we got some comments here. Mike Scott says Polygon going to overtake BSC pretty quickly. True decentralization and closer link to the security on Ethereum layer 1. I couldn't have explained the narrative behind Polygon any better than you just did. So I think Polygon has the narrative. I think BSC is going to continue to be successful, but I don't think it has that tie to Ethereum like Polygon does. So agreed there. So from Pancake, if I hit BSC swap, I get warning being in the US. So from Pancake, if I hit BSC swap, let's see. In the ultimate do your own research, not investment advice, there are... I'm not even going to say it. I'm not even going to say it. So I have Pancake Swap up here. Kind of the same setup as we saw, right? So if I go to exchange, if I go to... see if I can't get into anything here. I'm not getting it. I don't know if it's past this confirm piece. Still haven't gotten it. Not going to transfer into BDO. So I kind of hit that there easy. I don't know if that kind of clarifies that. I don't know, where you're getting the geoban there. Alexandru Ababai is in the house. The bridge button. Okay, let's see it. Good to see some new faces, man. We're covering DeFi here. If you got anything that you want to touch in particular, definitely hit it. Otherwise, we are getting to the end of the episode here. Looking for bridge here. Okay. Okay, so geo-blocked. Interesting. Anyways, on to the next story, of which we don't have any. So this is an interesting segue, electrifying. Hitesh is saying Wi-Fi, Crypto Stamina, Easy are schooling me on some bridge geo-blocking here. DJ Savage is saying that one. Yes, agreed. It is that one. All right. Well, that obviously is some piece that we kind of have to work with. And Carrots is saying it's just a Pancake Swap Easter egg. That's true. A little bit of bunny action there. All right, guys. You absolutely killed it today. I will talk with Easy after the show. I mean, we went around the industry today. Lander saying, what did he miss? A full episode, man. All the alpha that was ever dropped. You're going to have to go back and watch the entire episode. Why are you buying? True. I almost got caught there. I'm just in BSC when somebody walks in. Okay. Easy and Crypto saying epic episode Q. Yeah, man, these are fun times. These are fun times. I enjoy doing this every Monday and being here every Monday to kick off the week with you guys. You guys absolutely bring it in the content pieces, man. In the chat, you guys are absolutely getting after it every week. Can't ask for any more from that perspective. So we'll continue bringing it. We got NFT Live tomorrow now. NFT Live's on Tuesday. We got Layer 1 podcast. We got the whole week kind of planned out there. We do have that Layer 1 podcast as well in your podcasting form, right? So Apple Podcast, Spotify, if you want to listen to it in audio form. Tigbo's been helping out a lot in that regard. So want to give him a quick shout out. Let's go back into the city again. How about that? I just want to... I want to go out with this, if you will. Look at that little Minecraft man. Little Minecraft man. Guys, if you were here and you liked the episode, please leave a like. Oh My Coins is saying, great episode. Thank you, Q. Red Hand is saying, awesome stuff as always. Asmodai saying, look forward to seeing your Voxodeus background. Might be coming. All right, per usual. Wait a minute. Let's just let it play. Let's just let it play. You can't put it in the wash, though. That's the only problem. Got to hand wash it. DJ Savage got his green screen up. Easy in Crypto is sending us out how we should be. Our vibe, our tribe. And then it's the... Easy's timed out for 600 seconds. Yeah. Hash Rhymes, thanks for the episode, Q. That was super instructive. Great analysis, great discussion, lads fam. Crazy progress on that way to go. A lot of OVOTs in the house. Hopefully you don't get timed out like Easy in Crypto was. But again, guys, great episode. I'm headed back to LADZ City. Right after this, I'm getting into the Discord. Just going to be chatting there pretty much for the rest of the day. Going to be upgrading some things in the city. Going to be thinking through whether I should cash out into USD. That's really the big thing, right? Nightbot is making a name for himself, that's for sure. He's going to be an NFT in no time. All right, guys. Awesome episode. Our vibe, our tribe. Happy trading. And I will see you guys tomorrow on NFT Live. Peace.